Hey ja, ja, und ja, so geht es weiter mit der zweiten Session, ja, zweiten Session, ja, hey, so zischen wir durch die Session, ja, hey. Freedom and love, Patricia. And you want love, you have to give. And if you want love, you have to give it when it's not easy. And you have to manage the mind. 32 years later, I'm still going to be worried about this. What a waste of a life. No more. And by the way, all of this was about her boss. And when you love conditionally, who always gets hurt? You do. We do. Because it always feels like a trade. I love you as long as and the other person knows that at some level. So they can really love back because it isn't love, it's manipulation. I'll be nice to you if you give me this. I love you as long as you behave the way that I want, as long as you speak the way that I want you to speak, as long as you agree with me, as long as you follow my rules, the blue rules that make me comfortable. Then I love you. But that's not love. That's just you finding a way to meet your own needs for significance and certainty. There's nothing wrong with that. It just leaves you empty. And it creates a lot of pain. How many see this? So the only way out of this pain is spiritual growth. And as simplistic as that sounds, or overgeneralized, spiritual growth means seeing more of life than just yourself. Consciousness is caring. When you are egocentric, all you care about is yourself. And we are all egocentric if you get into enough fear, enough survival. And kids are egocentric. People say kids are so loving. They are loving when you give them what they want. Otherwise, they scream their ass off. And you know them because they are drugged by natural drugs, oxytocin. It's our child. We love them no matter what. It's a beautiful thing. Otherwise, kids wouldn't survive. We don't see it, thank God. By the way, why as a child, no matter what you do, you get loved. You get loved until oxytocin wears off, and then all of a sudden, for the rest of your life, you gotta earn it, because if life just always gave you what you wanted all of the time, it would be just me, and you wouldn't grow spiritually. And yet we all have been loved so deeply because we know it is there. But we are supposed to know it's there, not so that we can get it, but so that we can get it out of ourselves and give it. And when you do that, you will never be alone. You will never worry about people leaving. And if so, they are not leaving, they are going on the next part of their journey. And you're not empty because you're not dependent, because what you want from them is in you. Because what you want from them is in you. This is great. The love you are wanting from someone else is you. If they love you, smile, kiss you a certain way, you just give yourself the permission to feel the love. But the love is in you. Who gets that? Say I. But the fastest way for this love is to be alive, is to give it. Because in order to give, you have got to feel it. So the next level of consciousness is not just a game, it's not just a ladder for achievement, it's freedom and love together. It's freedom to let everybody be who they are, including yourself. And it's the willingness to love whoever they are and yourself. And that's a form of nirvana. In that week, you'll see 2,500 souls from 45 countries plus who seem to be practicing this quite a bit of the time. They care for a stranger. They love on somebody they don't know. They are exhausted. They haven't eaten. And they are cheering for some person that's still not getting it. That's love. Otherwise, you would be sit down. Some of you thought that at times, but most of you didn't stay there. So we have a little microcosm here that you can take home. The beauty of this week is to see what's really possible. And then you decide that is who I am. That's not who we are as this beautiful group of people who have come together for a higher purpose, but it's who I am, so I can take that home. And I can build that in my community, I can build that in my company, I can build that in my family. So tell me about your boss now. If we take out one, we can take out the fabric of life and the whole thing falls apart. We need hierarchy. Without hierarchy, there would be no biology. We need unity. Without unity, we have no experience of life. It's not this or that, it's all the parts encompassed together to see how that all fits quite beautifully if we stop judging it and find a way to appreciate its purpose. Tell me about your father. And who does he love? And what about me? He loves me, he loves his family. He must, because freedom. Without freedom, men feel like they're dead. And most men, once they've got free, would stay free. But love was even more powerful to him. So perhaps you can free him from your previous judgments and the burdens you put upon him without even knowing it. Because he loves you, he has to feel your insecurities, and that will probably make him feel so much pain inside. He probably feels like he has failed you. And the truth is, he didn't fail you at all. He provided you an opportunity to grow and learn things you wouldn't have learned if you would have stayed. You would just be dependent. But the truth is, one of the reasons you get pissed at your boss is you are not quite so dependent. You have your own legs to stand on, and you know it. You're just a little scared to stand on them for too long. You haven't stand on them very much. If your father died, you would be standing on them more. So why have to make him die for him to see you whole? Probably nothing would make him happier, because nothing on earth would touch his soul and heart to see his little girl alive with joy and not living in fear. My bet is it's a huge burden in his heart. For any father it would be, I know it would be for me. I'm a father. I couldn't imagine my daughter living this way. And thinking somehow I failed that. Because I would blame myself, and I'm smart enough to know better, and I still would do it. It's human nature. So I'm sure he has done that. I think it's time for you to blame him effectively, and your boss as well. What can you blame your father for? My strength, my passion, my courage, my beauty, my love. I want an honest answer to this question. Would you be as strong as he had if he had stayed the whole time? Would you have developed the same level of compassion if he had stayed the whole time? Would you have found these deeper parts of yourself if he had behaved the way you wanted him to behave? I'm going to bring this healing to people with this type of content. We are going forward, we're getting better, we're making this happen. We are making great improvements each and every day. Thank you, God, for helping me be the best person that I can be. Yes, this is the last frontier of breaking through. I am breaking through this today. Yes, I'm a master of utilizing positivity, belief, actions, and friends as an easy formula to follow for life success. And it directs the focus and gives reinforcement through the Life Success app, which is going to give me raving fans. Raving fans. Raving fans. Have you ever not done this? What was that like? I am a master of formulating language in a way that it works psychologically, so you don't have to X without Y, so that you can avoid X. Otherwise, you will forever X, and that doesn't mean that you have to X. It only means that delineating the belief and the associated patterns. I am a master of incorporating the Mochari method as an executive coaching to help my clients resolve energetic blockages and inner conflicts. I am a master of accumulating a database for my coaching as well as for my services, and this is totally free, even without a sign-up like Matt Mochari. I am moving the free line without even an exchange for an email address. Then I will have a free chat board on my website that helps clients answer questions and the tools with required login for the email address exchange. I am a master of showing a rebellion person how she exactly became how her father wanted her to be. I am suing compliance, pleasing client how he became how his parents didn't want him to be, or how the other parent, his mom, didn't want to be, showing how he's exactly like the person that hurt his mother. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, hey, hey, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah. Changing a pattern, step 4B. Yeah, we are already 30 pages into the 94 pages. This is brilliant. This is brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, oh, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, oh. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, oh, hey, oh, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, oh, hey, yeah, yeah, hey. Hey ya ya ho, me ya 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 him. Hey ya 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 ho, me ya 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 him. Hey ya 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 ho, me ya 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 him. Hey ya 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 ho, me ya ya ho, me ya 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 ho, me ya. Hey ya 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 oh me ya 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 oh me ya 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 oh me ya 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 hey ya 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 oh me ya 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 oh me ya 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 oh me ya 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 oh me ya hey yo ha. Hey ya ya hey ya ya ho me ya ya hey ya ya ho me ya ya hey ya ya hey ya ho ho me ya 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 him me ya 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 ho me ya 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 hey ya ho him. Hey hey ya ya hey ya ya ho me ya 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 ho me ya 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 hey ya hey ya ho. Hey ya ya hey hey ya hey ya ho me ya hey ya ho me ya hey ya ho me ya ho me ya hey ya him. Hey ya ya hey ya ya ho me ya ya hey ya ya ho me ya ya hey me ya ya hey ho me ya ya ho hey ya hey him. Hey ya 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 hey ya 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 him hey ya 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 ho hey ya ya him hey ya ya ho hey yo ha hey ya 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 ho hey ya him. Hey ya 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 ho me ya ya hey ya 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 ho me yo me ya. Hey ya ya hey me ya ya hey ya yo hey ya hey ya yo me ya ya hey ya ho him hey ya hey me ya ya ho hey hey ya 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 ho hey hey ya hey ya 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 ho hey ya ya ho hey hey ya ya ho hey ya 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 hey yo me hey yo hey ya ho him hey ya 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 hey ya ho hey ya ya hey ya ho me ya ho me ho me ya ya hey ya ho him. Hey hey ya 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 ho me ya 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 him hey ya 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 hey ya ho me ya 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 hey ya ho hey ya ya ho me ya 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 me ya 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 ho. Hey ya 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 hey hey ya 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 hey hey ya 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 hey ya him ya ho me ya ya hum. Hey ya 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 hum hey ya 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 hey hey ya 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 ho me yo hey hey ya ya hey ya hum hey ya hey yo hey hey ya ya hey ya ya hey ya ho me ya hey yo hey ya him. Hey ya hey ya ho me ya ya hey ya ho him hey ya ho me ya ya hey ya ho hum. Hey ya 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 ho hey ya 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 ho hey ya ya hey hum me ya ya hey him hey yo hey ya ho me yo. Hey ya ya Changing the pattern, step 4b. I take a look whether the pattern actually accomplishes the original intent in the original situation when it was formed. I look at the secondary gain of the pattern. I look at the intent of the pattern I look at the intent that the pattern has right now. I look at all of the beliefs that the pattern is being held up by. Yes, I am a master of changing my client's patterns. I am a master of seeing how this behavior is meeting one need and what belief it is held up by. I am a master of changing my client's patterns. I am a master of understanding the need that the pattern is meeting. I am a master of understanding the secondary gains of the pattern. I am a master of understanding what would the consequence of changing this pattern be. I am a master of understanding what decision led to this behavior and what intent did this behavior have. I am a master of verbalizing. I will be intent can be accomplished without this behavior. I am a master of articulating how this behavior working actively against the intent. I am a master of showing how the behavior leading to consequences that counteract the intent. I am a master of changing the belief that hold behavior up. I am a master of articulating the needs or energy release that this behavior is meeting. I am a master of changing my client's patterns. I'm a master of articulating what need the behavior is meeting. I am a master of articulating what secondary gain is coming from this behavior. I am a master of articulating what would be the consequence of letting go of that behavior. I am a master of articulating what the pattern is serving in the social environment of my client. I am a master of articulating what the key decision was that led to the formation of the pattern. I am the master of articulating when the key decision happened, in what circumstance that led to the formation of the pattern. I am a master of articulating the social environment of my client that this pattern was formed to serve him. I am a master of articulating whether this pattern served to protect or to prevent. I am a master of articulating the emotions that led to the formation of this pattern, the significant emotional event. I am a master of articulating and changing the beliefs that this behavior is kept alive by. I am a master of changing my client's patterns. I am unhooking the current beliefs that hold up the pattern. I am a master of portraying the intent of the pattern. I am a master of articulating the consequence of the pattern. Step 4b. I am a master of resolving the pattern. I am unhooking the pattern so it can be replaced. I am a master of verbalizing the intent of the pattern. I am a master of reassuring my client that the intended outcome will still be met for the first time, actually be met. I am a master of making my client realize, I'm a master of making my client realize and making the connection of the significant emotional event that made the pattern come up. Do you still need to protect yourself? I am a master of showing how the pattern protects you and protects from, provides and prevents. 417 or another person, the parents, the siblings, the children, the spouse. I am a master of verbalizing the consequence of the pattern. I am a master of showing how the consequence of the pattern is not the intended outcome of the pattern. I am a master of articulating the needs that are being met through the pattern. I am a master of showing how the energy is balanced through the pattern. I am a master of unlinking identity ties, delineating the pattern from the essence. I am a master of verbalizing the secondary gains of the pattern. Kakao Butter in den Mund hinein, ja, und so soll es. I am a master of articulating the needs that are met through the pattern. I am a master of showing how the energy is balanced through the pattern. I am a master of unlinking identity ties, delineating the pattern from the essence. I am a master of verbalizing the secondary gains of the pattern. I am a master of showing how the behavior resembles something, father doing it and getting rewarded for it, metaphorical meaning. I am a master of verbalizing what do you avoid by doing it, being attractive, being rejected, having a connection, getting into a relationship with the uncertainty of and the potential pain that comes from it. I am a master of changing the beliefs about this pattern. What does it bring? What does it make you avoid? What would happen if you didn't do it? I am a master of pulling the meaning, right? This is for content, green. I am a master of pulling out the meaning of the pattern. Being a person who does X means you are. It makes you feel. It enables you, prevents you from acting. It makes you think, makes others, feel. It makes others behave. It prevents others from feeling. It prevents others from thinking. It prevents others from acting. I am a master of changing my clients' patterns. I am breaking identification with the pattern. I am looking for the cause of the belief. I am a master of finding the consequence in this pattern. I am a master of applying massive psychological leverage to change the pattern through the needs, the vehicles, the global beliefs, and the identity. Through the needs, the vehicles, the global beliefs, and the identity. As I am applying massive psychological leverage to change the pattern through the needs, the vehicles, the global beliefs, and the identity. I am a master of utilizing intent and consequence for the belief change process after step 4, intent and consequence. What's the consequence of the belief? What's the consequence of the intent of this action? And how can we redirect it and recorrect it? I am a master of first identifying what needs a current behavior is meeting, like with Karen who lost her child. Sympathy and grief, which is self-connection among all the stress of being a single mom with 4 children come up, then I show how the consequence of this behavior. I am a master of cold reading thoughts, emotions, feelings and reactions and reasons to build rapport with my clients and to do step 4b, taking the legs under the table of believing, unlevering the associations that hold up the belief. I am changing the pattern through breaking identification with it. I am changing the pattern by portraying the cause of the belief and the consequence of it. I am changing my client's patterns by applying massive psychological leverage onto the pattern. I am changing my client's patterns by reinforcing the change and conditioning it. To change the pattern, I am a master of unhooking the pattern. I am a master of ensuring that the intent of the pattern remains unaccomplished without the pattern. Remains accomplished. Sometimes the formation of the pattern was based on misperception, misconception, confusion, or illusion. Something appeared as something else. Confusion, lacking discernment, or illusion, something appearing as something else. This is good. I am a master of showing his intent. Worked back when the key decision was made, but doesn't work right now. Real needs. Yeah, man. I am a master of immediately perceiving my client's top 2 human needs. I immediately perceive for Alicia, Shalini, Gary, Nancy, the top 2 human needs, the deepest wounds from which I get insight into the thoughts, feelings, and behavior patterns today. I utilize psychological leverage. I am immediately recognizing my client's top 2 human needs. Yes, I am a master of proceeding my client's real-life emotional needs that he says his needs are. Solution to stop his annoyances. Forgiving himself. Stop blaming himself. Stop other people that he sees as the source of his pain. Stop his leg villain filling. Stop his leg villains filling the legs he didn't perceive. Overcoming his blocks, villains, deprived values, how he wants to receive them, being recognized and feeling worthy. What would Prema's real emotional needs be? And I need to be stopping the mind, hiring somebody to do the work that I don't want to do, forgiving myself, letting go, going to a yoga retreat. I am a master of utilizing my client's top 2 human needs, both gain and loss, both never and forever, and less towards away from values was gain and loss, more and less, always and ever. But below the leverage, beyond the interruption of a pattern, there is a set of psychological techniques based on psychological strategies and principles. Conversational strategies, acknowledging the intent. Yes, I am a master of utilizing the behavior as evidence. Otherwise, you wouldn't come to a crazy place like this, much less raised your hand, much less stood up, much less be honest. Embedded answers. And most of us already know what we search when we search inside what we believe it is, feeling. But that's not fine for you. But it has nothing to do with life. Reframe. Every reframe is a redirection of focus. Third person, inner state feeling. She has no clue what it is. Talking to the inner feeling. Caller, there is no emotion in what she's telling me. She's an 8 in passion, yet this is who's in front of me. I don't buy it. Delineating the pattern from the essence. Now she might believe that crap at some level, but part of her knows more. So why would you do this if? Why would you stop being sad when it works so well? Why would she stop being sad when it works so well? Justification. It's okay to be wrong. Verbalizing her thoughts. He knows what difficult world is out there. Third person dynamic. But the one she craved more, she became more like because there was less of it. Encapsulation, summarization. So she worked hard her whole life to control yourself into this being that is no longer fully alive. But she tries to act like she is, behavior. By what it came about, cause. Where was it? Where to look for location. Right thing in the wrong time. Redefining strength. Redefine this part. Yes, I am driving all of the Tony Robbins technique systems for today's technique day. I am a master of utilizing and delineating my client's identity from the true essence. Yes, I am a master of the 7 master steps of lasting change. Yes, I am a master of doing interventions like Anthony Robbins. I understand that appreciate my client's model of the world. I am a master of understanding my client's punishment and reward systems. I ingrain deeply into my nervous system all the techniques of Anthony Robbins. my signature techniques and the strategies of the 7 master steps that are behind my techniques. I am a master of showing intent. I am showing how this behavior is guided towards healing and balance. I am a master of always paying attention to perceiving my client's top 2 human needs. General intervention strategy. For every intervention, I follow the 7 master steps. All right. General intervention strategy. Cool. Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah, this is great, man. This is absolutely more than enough for content. All right, cool. Let's take a look if we can send a LinkedIn request and then we go for a coffee and do that. We don't need to fucking be so crazy about it. We just finished this document today and that's all right. Okay, Walton. Who can we connect with? Just anybody. Come on, bro. Let's load the contents. Chief Talent Catalyst. Sure. Sure, Kelly. Let's go. Chief Talent Catalyst. Sure. Dang! Alright, so we go do this right now. I would love that. Let's go.